Hello and welcome to the Atlas General Insurance online rater tutorial. Atlas General Insurance is a full-service program administrator with exclusive work comp and commercial insurance programs. Atlas additionally offers an online agency portal called the Atlas Gateway, which provides real-time submit and account management. When submitting through Atlas Gateway, your accounts may be eligible for GoQuote, our instant rating tool for qualifying work comp accounts up to $35,000 in premium. If you're appointed and in need for your login credentials, please send a request to the Gateway Help Desk at atlas.us.com. GoQuote offers real-time account status, policy document access, request bind, and upload submission documents. If you have any additional questions, you can always contact your business development manager assigned to your agency. Atlas General Insurance also provides you with access to our interactive map where you can view all of our eligible programs by state at atlas.us.com/products. Simply click on the state to view our programs, including carriers and top industry segments. Okay, let's begin. Once you have logged in into the Atlas Gateway, you'll be sent to the main page. Here you'll have access to all of your accounts that have been submitted through your agency. You will also find the insured, the submission number, the effective date, the status of the account, and the underwriter assigned to your account. On the top right of the corner, you'll see that there is a new submission button. Go ahead and click on that in order to begin. There's a couple of ways to submit an account. One is by clicking on the upload from Accord application. Here you can upload the Accord straight from your system, include the insured's name, the line of business, the effective date, and click on Submit Application. For the sake of this presentation, we're just going to go ahead and do a manual submission. Let's begin by putting in the insured's name. We can do a landscape account for the sake of this presentation, the effective date, the line of business. Please note that you can only do a single line of business at a time. Let's go ahead and click on workers' compensation and click on create application. Okay, here's the application for the submission. You'll begin with the general information along with the insured's information. Please note that there are orange indicators. These are the only required fields at this time. You do have the ability to enter additional information, but in order to submit the application, we just need these to be entered. So let's begin with the street or the insured's mailing address. Put a zip code, and that would automatically generate the city, county, and state. Next is going to be the legal entity. So let's go ahead and put corporation and the federal employee ID number. A little side note, you can always check on the clearance of the account by clicking on Actions and check clearance. Okay, next up is going to be the nature of the business. So we can go ahead and click a little bit of what the insured does. Please note that all of the orange dots have turned into green check marks, which means you are okay to move on to the next page. Next up is going to be the locations and class codes. If the location is going to be the same as the mailing address, you can just click on the box here and it will automatically generate location information. If you need to add a second location, go ahead and click on Add a Row and put the other information here. If you want to delete this row, just go ahead and click on Delete. Choose the row that you want to delete and click Delete. Next up is going to be the class codes. Notice that the location is going to be the same as the one up here. If you do put a second location, make sure that you tell the system that it's going to be for location 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, for the class codes, we can use our class code tool here. So we can go ahead and put the class code that we need for landscape. We need to put the number of full-time employees, number of part-time employees, and the estimated payroll. Okay, if we need to add a second class code, we can go ahead and click on the add a row here. Put the location, which is going to be again with number 1. That will give you the state. And if you don't have the class code, you can always put a few letters here. So if we're looking for clerical, we can go ahead and do that. And here it is, 8810 clerical office employees. Again, we need the full-time employees, part-time employees, and the estimated payroll. Okay, you're all set. You can move on now to the next page, which is the policy information page. The only field that needs to be answered in this page is going to be the employer's liability. So for example, in California, we do have 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, which is a million in coverage. It's going to vary by states. Next up is going to be the accord questions. These are the same accord questions found in the Accord 130. You can click on the little window up here, which will automatically default all the answers to no, and then you can go on and answer accordingly. If you do click yes on any of these questions, then you do have to provide an explanation. Finally, in order to make the account GoQuote eligible, there's one question that needs to be answered, and that's whether or not the expiring premium is going to be equal or less than 35,000. If we click no, then you can go ahead and submit the application. We do accept new ventures, so you can click on new venture, submit the application. In this case, we're going to click yes, and it will give you an additional 9 questions to answer, so go ahead and answer all of these questions accordingly. Okay, and finally, you're going to have the disclosure statement, which states whether or not, states that the undersigned is an authorized representative of the applicant, and he or she represents that the answers are true, correct, and complete to the best of his or her knowledge. Click yes, and go ahead and put the name of the agent. Okay, and now you can submit the application. If the account is GoQuote eligible, you'll receive a notification letting you know that it is GoQuote eligible. You will have to answer just a couple more additional questions. Okay, and it looks like the account is GoQuote eligible. We will have to answer a few more questions in the ratings and inputs page. If the insured is rated, we can just go ahead and click yes, and you will have to put the value as severe and the experience mod type. If they're not, then just go ahead and click no and click on get quotes. Let's click yes. Remember that the value of the XMOD has to be entered in decimal form. So if they have an XMOD of 80, we can put 0.80. If they have an XMOD of 110, then we can just go ahead and put 1.10, etc. As severe, so let's do 2022 and final for the last year provided. And we are all done. We can go ahead and click on Get Quotes, after which you will receive a proposal that's going to be sent out to your email or the agent's email. You will receive any supplementals that need to be answered, any bind requirements. Now we can go back to the account by clicking on Submission. If you need to upload any documents, just go ahead and go all the way to the right here to our Show Hide Collaboration button. Click on that, click on New File, and go ahead and upload any lost runs or any other supplementals requested by the underwriter. And that's pretty much it. That's how you submit an application for workers' comp. If you need to submit an application for our commercial division, go ahead and send it over to cdsubmissions@atlas.us.com. Thank you so much.